Hey guys, Jason the X for SCNS Live, back with another figure review, and this time I'm reviewing the Square Enix Nier Automata 2B figure. Okay, I loved the Nier Automata game. It was really good. Just so many storylines you could go down. It looked beautiful. The lead character is hot, and it was just a good game. I just enjoyed playing. I played hours of Nier Automata. So when I heard there was going to be a figure of it, of course I want to have it. I probably need the other cast too. We might as well just go ahead and get everybody. I want all of the androids, but you know, we're starting strong. So we got 2B here, and overall I do like this figure. It is not perfect, and there are production errors with mine. So just getting that out of the way, I still like it, and I hope that the subsequent releases after this are better. But anyway, let's move 2B to the side. You'll notice I don't have my whiteboard here. She's a bit hard to stand on her heels, so I kind of just went straight table on this one. So anyway, let's take a look at the box as she comes in. You got the Nier Automata right there on top. You got a window just so you can look down. Light can shine through there onto the figure. And we have the Yora number 2 Type B and the machine Lifeform. Yes, I got the little robot that comes with it. And it says a 6-inch action figure. Kind of lower than that. I honestly have my tape measure over there. On the side, you got some designs. A lot of that artwork that you see. Same thing on the other side. Make sure you don't turn your camera off when you're doing a review. So you got a couple things in the back that you can do, a couple poses. There's some of the other robots that you can get. I might actually get those. She has a little bit more enemies to fight. And it's a pretty nice box. I'm not going to throw it. Anyway, she does come with all of her accessories on a 3-tiered tray. The thing is, like when you open this up, well, it's a 2-tier tray. You've got the tray here, but this part actually is what comes off. So everything just kind of sits in there. Now that side doesn't snap, but this side, you have to unpeg it from the bottom. Which, okay, kind of weird, but I honestly have not really gotten a lot of Square Enix stuff. I will be keeping this because that's how I kind of store her accessories and everything. But anyway, let's bring it in and take a look at the figure here. And very nice. This is pretty accurate to 2B. You got that frown on her face. You have the slight beauty mark there. The hair is almost like a translucent material. I don't remember the game being like that, but it's very nice. You can see her patch, her visor, they call that, over her eyes. Very nice in the hair. The neck's a little skinny. I love the details on the dress. You got the ruffles here. Her posability, well, we'll get into it later. The thing is, and I know we're about to focus on her cleavage, but it almost looks like this is 2 layers of plastic, which, that's awesome, because if you look down, yes, I know what we're doing here, but if you look down, this is 2 layers, and it's like a rubberized coating here. So this layer is laid on top of there, and I don't know where it stops, but that's actually very good detail. Inside you can see the designs on the skirt itself. The designs on the stockings there. Looking at the hands, you've got some on the hands there. Got this ruffle here. I love the folds in the clothing. Looks very accurate to what we saw. You got the open back, and once again that layer design. I don't want to move too much around on this because this thing was expensive. The skirt has flaps, so you can get some more posability. You have this little bow, or just strings over here, which are posable. It helps to hide that joint over there. There is one problem, and I've got to pick up her skirt to show you guys. Now, the bottom half is a rubberized coating, like kind of you saw with the Fujiko figure from SH Figure Arts, but mine has paint blotches, and they didn't get the underwear right on the right cheek, so a little bit of a production error. I haven't tried to like scrape this off or anything, but it's there. They got it right on the front, so there, you've seen up her skirt. But otherwise, the paint detail is very good, and it's disappointing that that's the only part that they did that on. I do see a little bit of, you know, not quite right there. When you got down to these latex boots of hers down to the heels. No foot pegs in there, but they do a different color paint on here, so you can see that. Overall, this is a really nice figure, if not a little small. I kind of wish she was just a little bit bigger in scale. And I almost want to say Figma size, but she's not quite there either. And we'll bring some Figmas in to compare her to some of the other characters. She is a bit hard to stand, but once you get her on a stand, excuse me, once you get her on a stance that just works, then she'll stand, I say as I punch the table. Just stay there. And we'll get into her accessories because she has quite a few. Now, she does come with 3 sets of hands. You see, one's kind of an open hand, and one are her sword gripping hands, which she has corresponding of each side. So there's the slightly open hand, the sword gripping hand, and these 2 open palms. I'm kind of glad she doesn't come with any, like, fists, because I never pose my characters with their fists. You get 2 clips for the stand. One's a bit larger, one's a bit smaller. And I like the smaller one just because it's less obtrusive. You do have her sword. Very nicely done. Lots of nice detail on there. Swim around. Good job. On the paint apps on that side, a little bit of miss on there. On the other side, you see there's a little bit, but it's a very small piece. And you do have this dangly tassel held on by a metal part. What you can do on this, this is totally unnecessary, but you can unpeg the handle from the hilt. That way you can slip it into her hand a little bit better. But once I get into that, I'll show you. That's one of the gripes I have with the figure. But the sword's very nice. Along with that, you do get an alternate head as well, without the visor. This is very good. I kind of wish this was the head with the visor just because of the way the mouth is. She's got a little bit more frown over here than this one. I kind of wish it was this one. I'm setting her down gently. She does come with a stand, and it has one of the drones here. You'll see you got this little stick coming off the drone. You also have this ring, and if you play the game, what happens is her weapons just kind of float behind her. So when you have her in the stand, this can just be behind her, just hanging out with this telekinesis ring, I guess is the best word I can use to describe it. As far as the drone, you can take it off of the peg, and he's very posable, actually. You can turn him up top here. Got some nice paint detail. These little bits move forward. I think those are his guns. I've never really seen the drone, except from this side when it's firing at things. And it does have the hands. I wish it had elbow joints. It'll go out, but you can't bend them anymore. So you can't bend them at this 90-degree mark. I wish that had been included, because you can rotate them here, and these rotate independently, so you can move it around. Now that is one fault of this figure, is the tolerances. They're good. It'll unpeg instead of breaking. You don't want it breaking, so it'll just unpeg, and this, you know, that kind of goes into the robot a bit. So that's all of her accessories, but we also get one of the machine Lifeforms, and this guy I really like. He does come with this bucket accessory here. It's kind of cool. It's of a softer plastic. The handle is metal though, but I mean, he comes with a bucket. If you know this part of the game, he does things here. They need the bucket to carry things. So that's how I have him positioned. But it's very nice. I don't know why I like this so much. There's my problem. Hang on. My issue with these figures is stuff like that. But I would rather that pop off than break off. So I'm okay with this. The posability on this guy, which I'll go over while I'm messing with him here. You can rotate the head a lot of different ways. You go up, down about that far. You can go up about that far, and he'll make a complete 360. And you can actually take the head off too, which we'll get into. The shoulders are on a ball joint inside the body. And a lot of this guy comes apart. Some of the other machine Lifeforms, you can take weapons off of them. They have like chest cannons and stuff. Bends at the elbow. At the wrist, it will go in a bit. Well, it did look like it. It does not go in. Actually, just rotates up and down. It looks like that was a hinge, and I could have broken this thing just now. But the legs will go back and forth here and move at the ankle. But the other thing you can do with the guy is you can take his head off. Come on, come on, just... He said, before he tried to get it off, I've actually never taken the head off. Here we go. I don't know why I didn't attempt this until getting him on camera. Hang on. Okay, so I've never attempted this. I don't know why. I haven't had any urge to really do this. But it's on this long ball joint here, and you just go straight up with it. I was moving all around. I'm glad I didn't break this thing. But what you can do is take this peg joint and put it inside of here. Ooh, that's not going to be easy to do. I know you can take this part apart. There we go. Now it's coming. Just a bit stiff. You can take this little black part that it comes with and fit that into the ball joint. And once that's in there, I don't think it's snapped in. There we go. Put this together. What you do is pop 2B's head off. Make sure that that's lined up, and she can look. Now we'll try this. Put this on here now, and then we'll just move it up into there, and there we go. And now she can look ridiculous. The other thing that this can do apparently is you can mount this other piece and put it on her hand. Hang on, I'm trying to get that out of there. So you have this extra piece here, and what you can do is you've got a little peg there. You put this together, and you can take her hand off. I'm gonna put this back on because she's, kind of creepy without, a head. Put that in there, and you have that peg, and just slip it over her hand. Get in there. And now she has a head for a hand. Maybe she's starting a ventriloquist act. She's going to drink water while this thing talks or something. I don't know. I honestly, I'm never going to do that except for now. That's the only time that is getting done, and there goes the head just rolling. So, also, I'm just going to leave this other head on for now so we can just see it with that. There we go. Not too shabby. Posability on this figure, very, very, very good. You've got the ankles are articulated up and down. They'll rotate on both sides of this ball joint. You're not going to get much out of here just because of the positioning of it. Legs far past 90 degrees. You've got a twist at the thigh here. We'll go forward about that much. You can get some pretty good kicking action there. Go back about that much. And that's what that rubber piece for her butt section, that's what it really plays into. The legs will go pretty far apart, but the skirt is going to restrict it. And if you look, the skirt starts to stress a little bit back here. You can kind of see some stress lines in the paint, so you don't want to go too far on there. You got a ball joint up here, which you can get some more expression out of. I love the shoulder joints because you have a ball joint inside the shoulder that'll go forward. And you can actually, if you move it down, you can get past these puffs on her shoulders, and you can get about that far out. Elbows will go a little bit past 90 degree. Got a twist at the wrist, and it will rotate up and down. Well, it'll move up and down. And the head is on not a very expressive ball joint. It's about that far down, and that's about it. She's got the ball joint up into the head, and it's not moving a lot. Also, it makes her neck look kind of long. I mean, you can get this one to go down a little bit. Maybe that one's just a little bit stiff, but it won't go back anymore. You can go down about that far, and that's about it. As far as her weapon, you can take it, and I know I said that you can take the peg out of there, but honestly, you can just slip that into her hand. And she has her sword in hand. And not too bad, you can get some pretty good poses out of this figure. Oops, didn't put that hand on all the way, or I moved it. The hands do pop off quite easily. So, and the sword looks a little big. I kind of wish we had gotten some of the other weapons that she comes with. I think it would have been great. Now, if they release a pack that has a lot of the weapons, I'll probably get it. Oh, as far as these stand too, you can just take the pegs, put those other arms on there, and you can tighten these, and I recommend definitely getting a micro driver and tightening those up. So, comparison time. Here she is next to Tracer. And it's kind of accurate, I guess, because Tracer's not really a tall character either. So, yeah, that's about how tall she is. Here she is next to a standard, like, this is where my gripe comes in, because they say it's a 6-inch figure. Here is Jaina Solo from the Star Wars The Black series, and she just seems more diminutive than your standard 6-inch line. Just the size of the figure doesn't seem to match up. She is more in line with the Figma figures if she's really going to be small, because Tracer, just fix that there. Because Tracer's a fairly small figure, but it fits the character. So there's your size comparison. She is rather a small figure, and that's going to play into the price point for me. This figure is over $100. That is not good pricing, especially for what you're getting. I suspect that, I mean, it's got a pretty good fan base as far as Nier Automata. I love the game enough, but over $100 for this figure is far too much. It is just not worth the price tag. Not saying it's not a good figure. It is a good figure, but $100, a little too much, and I have to disagree with that one. So you guys make the determination. If you can get this thing for under 100, definitely somewhere maybe in the 60 range, I recommend it there. I do not absolutely recommend it at the price it is. It's a good figure. It's got a couple of problems. Very good posability, very accurate to the character, you know, little touches here and there, but for the price point, not worth it. So anyway, guys, I'm going to end the review there before I just start to go off on a tangent. You guys make your own determination, of course. Make sure you like this video. Comment down below, let me know what you think. And until next time, guys, I'll catch you later.